I got lost in translation, but I hope you can understand this. Be aware of still waters that can run turbulent underneath. I want to talk about the passive aggressive today. Not the one that you see outside, but the one within you. The one who stays quiet, who holds on, and to say, maybe the one who says nothing to keep the party at peace. But this sort of silence isn't healthy all the time. Within that silence, there is anger, hatred, frustration, maybe resentment. That perpetrator within who wants to release those emotions but can't. In other words, our shadow. When the repression becomes like a burden or we cannot hold it anymore, it can explode at any moment and commit violent acts or even a crime. So we cannot lie to ourselves, denying our dark nature. We have a light side, but we also have a dark side. And when we deny our dark nature, we pretend to be the good guys. When in the reality, deep within ourselves, that repression of holding on is like pulsing with this turbulent force underneath. Within ourselves, the turbulent waters of emotions are running underneath, even if outside they seem still. We might fake a smile or say everything is okay when it's not. Or we can say yes to something when it's not what we really want. And there is no peace happening here. Keeping that seemly quietness can be aggressive. And it can be an aggressive way to respond to other person, but also to yourself. The one who holds and holds up, creates a sort of revenge. It's like a revenge within that seemingly stillness. The turbulent waters are like throwing energetically its poison to the other person. So the difference between the passive aggressive and someone who is acting aggressively is that the passive aggressive doesn't seem to respond to it, but it feels the same anger. So this is showing us that they both are the same. We are mirrors of each other. But the passive aggressive attacks in a different way. Sometimes we pretend to look calm when there is no calm. So it happens that when you want to kind of cover up that rage because you want to be the good guy or you want to keep the party at peace, then your shadow awakens within and reclaims you. Why didn't you do something about that? And doing something doesn't mean you have to respond aggressively, but you can set healthy limits or boundaries so you don't get assaulted anymore or abused anymore. You can say firmly, this is my boundary and I don't allow you closer than that. When we learn to set healthy boundaries, let's say that our shadow relaxes and says, okay, this girl already knows how to love herself. So healthy boundaries are very connected, as you see, to self-esteem and self-love and deserving. When you don't create those boundaries, you attract situations to be the used one, the abused one, or the victim. The turbulent waters and the shadow are teaching us how to create those healthy boundaries. When, when you are in a situation and conflict appears, and you notice yourself allowing things that you don't like or you don't want, so just stop right there. And first, listen to your body, because the first alarm appears in the body. You feel it. It's like there's somewhere in the body that says, I don't like that, or something, it bothers. And second, what do you feel? What emotions come to you? If you find yourself showing your still waters when there are turbulent waters underneath, stop. Create the boundaries. Do something to change it. Don't allow it anymore. Otherwise, you are not being sincere to yourself. Now, on the other hand, if nothing moves you when you are in a situation like aggressive, and then you don't feel anything like physically or emotionally, then maybe you're not holding on to the turbulent waters anymore. You are in the stillness. It means you are prioritizing yourself. You are giving yourself what you deserve. Congratulations. Thank you for watching, for listening. This was just a thought, a perspective, a systemic perspective, maybe a different perspective, different angle of the picture. And if you like it, thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking it. And if you haven't subscribed, do so. I'm always putting here new perspectives. We need to learn how to see the world from different perspectives, because it's not always as we think. It could be very different. And I'm just maybe throwing some of those other possibilities. Thank you. Blessings.